Sometimes when I look in your eyes, man, I gotta be honest, man. I see a demon, man. Where is that coming from? Any type of sexual trauma or anything like that happen to you?
Yeah, a whole lot of it.
A whole lot of it?
Through my mama and through my sister.
What happened with that?
My sister, she used to.
Oof. Okay. So that gives a lot more insight into this energy that I feel from you sometimes. What's up, YouTube? Back in the lab with KD for the summertime. And this time I got my hitters with me. If you want to get this work, hit up at KD with the muscle on Instagram. Now back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. Kind of an update, guys. So you may or may not recognize him. I personally said he was not going to be on my channel no more after last year when I got my first channel strike from the video that we did or whatever.
For real?
Yeah.
My fault,
that was last year, man. That was last year.
My fault.
So how you been, man?
Shit, cool and blessed, you know.
Okay.
Chilling,
I see you got two new additions here, man.
Yeah, I got my babies with me.
Yeah. So are they twins?
Yeah, they're twins.
Okay.
Got Jaden up front, Jordan, she in the back.
Okay. So I see that Jordan is the good one. Jordan, yeah. I don't never hear from Jordan.
Y'all never hear
I always hear from Jaden.
I always hear from Jaden. It's always Jaden, man. He always got something to say.
So we see each other almost every day, right? You're down here, you know, you've kind of been down here for I'd say the past few weeks or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So what's going on? So first and foremost, like, what's your situation? Are you homeless, not homeless? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm homeless. Yeah, I'm homeless.
Okay. And so,
I'm in the shelter or whatever.
Okay, you're in the shelter. Just to remind everybody, how old are you, Vaughn?
I'm 35.
35, okay.
35.
And how do the babies?
They 5 months, be 6 months soon.
Okay. So be 6 months in a little bit. And how many kids do you have total?
I got 7 total.
Okay, so this is 7. So you got 5 prior to this. You've been working, man.
Working.
Yeah, listen, the scripture says, be fruitful and multiply.
That's right.
Okay. Okay, so, all right, so you got these 2 new babies. Where's their mom?
Their mom, shoot, you probably walk past her. She out here somewhere.
For real?
Yeah. It's only me though, but she do help out, but it's just me for real.
Who's their mom?
Who's their mom?
Yeah, I'm curious.
You
now,
you haven't met her.
Okay, but she's out here?
Yeah, she out here.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so you are, because every time I see you, I see them.
That's right.
So are you pretty much the primary
I'm the
caretaker, sole custody, all that stuff?
That's right.
Okay. Okay, man, so let's talk about some stuff, man. So, and congrats on the babies, by the way, man. They're some good-looking twins and everything else. And so, but let's talk, man, because one of the things is, you know, you wanted to talk. You wanted to discuss a little bit deeper about some of the parts of your life. Look, it's always Jaden. I promise you, it's always Jaden. He went ham yesterday.
Yeah, that's what he do.
Okay, so he need to know that daddy's close, you know? So okay, before we go there, before we start talking about you, real quick, what are we gonna do to kind of make this time be different as far as our involvement in the kid's life and everything else? Like, obviously you're there right now, they're babies. Uh-oh, you got double trouble now, brother. Now we gonna see you really work. Yes, sir. Oh, okay. You just gotta give her the bye-bye. Okay. So what are we gonna do differently to make sure that we're like 100% in their life all the way through everything else? What are we gonna do differently?
What we gonna do differently than the next nigga?
No, differently than, I guess, maybe some of what your other kids experience, right? So
it's not always been about me. It's usually the mother who's kind of distant,
kind of trying to keep you away and stuff like that. Keep a barrier in between.
Make their own life afterwards. You know what I mean? They get kids and then they want to move on and go on to the next man to have kids with. You know what I mean? And they try to remove the baby dad, the father, out of the kids' lives totally, so they can make a whole nother life with somebody else. So that's usually the case with me. And what we gonna do differently? We gonna get custody and we gonna raise these kids. You know what I mean? These kids, they're a little different. They're a little special than the previous kids because their mothers was kind of set straight and, you know, entrepreneurs, and so
they kind of had stability, and
so,
you was in a point of instability,
right?
Versus
so
this, both of y'all are unstable.
Exactly.
Unstable.
So they were able to do a little bit more than what I could at that time, which is probably more than I could at this time with them. But I'm the more stable parent than
of the two. Right. I get that. But I guess even with them being more stable than you or whatever, I mean, everybody acknowledges it's still important to just be present, you know, and things like that.
They don't want you. They don't like the other twins' mother. She don't want me there. She want to be there in my life. She don't want the kids in my life. She want to try to ease her way into my life before she let the kids into my life. And I'm not but to, you know, be no sucker to no female about no kids. You know what I mean?
So she want to be back, you know, with you type deal, and she want to use the kids.
Yeah, you keep sending me pictures of you when I'm asking for pictures of the kids, and that's not gonna work out. You ain't better call me and keep
How old are those
money.
Twins?
2 years old.
Wow. Wait, is that the one you had with the lady? When I first interviewed you, you said there was some lady that was doing really well that you know what I'm saying? I guess it just had.
Yes, that's their mama twin. That's the other twins' mama.
Okay.
Let me get Jordan.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Spoil the little girl and make that little fella, he gonna have to figure it out. He gonna have to figure it out.
Spoil both of them.
I know. Look at that. Oh, she is as precious as they come, boy, I tell you what. Okay, so, all right, man. So okay, I get that. So basically complications. Man, I didn't know they were so young, the other twins.
Mm-hmm.
Just two?
Yeah, they got I got 3 2-year-olds. And they were both born around probably like 4 or 5 months apart or whatever.
Vaughn, you was out here working, man. Like, what was going on? You was in the middle of your situation, slanging D like that.
Yeah, and
how did you end up in those situations? Like, did they recruit you, or like, did you recruit them and just didn't tell them about what you had going on, or like, how did you end up making babies while you was like in that point of like instability, homelessness, everything else?
Well, I wasn't homeless at the time. I was pretty much well off, had a car, had a job and stuff like that.
You say what? Yeah, that's me, brother. Yes, sir. Hey, man, I appreciate it, big dog.
But yeah, I was well off, had a car, had a job, had a place to stay and stuff like that. And then, shoot, I had a whole lot of women at the same time. And the twins' mother, the girl's mother, they didn't. I don't think she really knew of the baby that I had already had on the way or whatever. And
okay.
Whatever.
So let's talk about some of this stuff, man. So sometimes when I look in your eyes, man, I gotta be honest, man. I see a demon, man. Where is that coming from? Why is that?
Where's that demon coming from?
Yes.
Sick of being the angel. Sick of being the angel, so I choose little different pathways.
So let's talk about it, right? So you know, your upbringing, you know, you pretty much grew up in the system, right?
Yeah.
And so just to you know, remind everybody, give them a quick summary. The long and short of it is that you grew up in the system. You had like a foster mom, right?
Had foster parents.
Had foster parents, like multiple foster parents.
Multiple foster parents.
How long was the longest stint that you stayed with either of them?
The longest, I think it was like 2 years, 2.5 years or something.
Okay,
like
so not like a whole lot of
3
time
years.
with anyone. Okay. And what was the deal with your biological parents?
She was abusive. She was unfit. She was on drugs. She still is on drugs. And she just wasn't fit. She didn't want me.
Hey man, you gonna have to put 2 arms to work, man. Like what
I'm about to show you how I do it.
I was about to say, you gonna have to put 2 to work. Let's get it. Oh, that's right, man. my boy, double time. Let's get it.
Yeah.
That boy putting in work. I love it, man. Okay, so yeah, she basically was unfit, abusive.
She was very, very, very abusive. Along with my sister, she would get my sisters. My older sister, I'm the baby. She'd get my older sisters to kind of, help her out with the abuse, like. Kind of aid her.
How much older was your sister? Was your sister than you?
The youngest of my sisters is only a year older than me. Her birthday August 1st, and then I got a sister about 5 or 6 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a sister about 10 years, 11 years older than me.
So has any of this stuff caused you to have any anger or vitriol towards like women in general?
Yeah, I don't do relationships. I don't like women. I don't like being around them. I would rather prefer to be with a female only because of their parts. You know what I mean? Other than that, I don't like women. I don't trust women. It's not going. I can't even look at other women like, especially after relationships that I did give a try after. What I've been through as a child, it just never worked out with a female.
Okay, I get it. Okay, so, I mean, because, for instance, right, like how many daughters do you have?
I got 4 daughters, 3 sons.
And so, like the oldest daughter you have is how old?
It's 2 years old.
The oldest daughter?
All 3 of them is 2 years old.
Oh, so you just started having daughters?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shoot.
Well, my first, I would say I got 8 kids because there's an 18-year-old that I still represent.
Okay, right, but not necessarily biological.
But she's not biological.
Right, but that's your daughter. I get it.
But that's my daughter. So I've been doing little girls. I've been having little girls, all my nieces and stuff like that. Actually, my son was the first boy of all my siblings.
Huh.
So
like, all right, for instance, we get the physical abuse and things like that. And those things definitely happen, and, my condolences for those things happening, right? But what else is there? What's going on? What else happened?
It carried on through foster care. It wasn't just at home. It was in foster care too. You know what I mean? Only by the time I was in foster care, I knew how to fight back or how to say no. You know what I mean?
What age did you go to foster care? What age did you first go into the
foster care at 11.
11? Okay.
At 11 years old.
And I normally don't ask this of guys, but did any type of sexual trauma or anything like that happen to you?
Yeah, a whole lot of it.
A whole lot of it?
Through my mama and through my sister.
What happened with that?
My sister, she used to come up with little ways to try to make it seem like she was gonna get me in trouble and tell on me, and if I didn't go along to what she wanted me to do, that's what's gonna happen. She was gonna tell my mom, who I don't think she knew. I don't think my sister knew my mom was doing what my sister was.
So what were they doing?
Tasha, she would have me do a number of things, like especially just put my mouth on her. She'll make me put my mouth on her and stuff like that.
Down there?
Yeah, and that was like the main thing she did, and then like just like I really don't like that, but I'm trying though. It was nasty, bro.
Well, just take a second. Breathe.
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Just relax. So she had you doing the oral stuff. What else did she have you doing?
She used to have me rub up against her. put mine to hers type situation.
Like up against it type
Yeah.
deal? Not inside?
I don't think I was like well enough to
Be able to get inside.
get inside. I didn't know what inside was
Right,
at that
right.
time. But
Listen, when I was 11, I thought the vagina was at the same place that the penis was. Like I thought it was like in the front, like not in the bottom. Like,
shit.
like
Yeah, so we was always rubbing our fronts together. You know what I mean?
Okay. And that was the one that was 1 year older than you, or like 5?
And that's the one that's 5 years. That's the middle sister.
Okay. What was your mom having you do?
My mom would have me do the same thing, but she would play with me herself with her fingers.
Play what you mean in orally, or
like play with me with her fingers.
Okay. So like play with your private parts with her fingers.
Yes.
Okay. Would they do this stuff just like for like just like 10, 30 seconds, stuff like that, or would it be like till orgasm type deal?
I don't. You know what? I don't know.
Just trying to figure out, like, was they just like diddling for like a second, or like
I'll
they
be
like
down there for a long time. You know what I mean?
So it wasn't just like no 5-10 seconds, nothing like that.
No, hell no. It was.
You would be down there, and then
I'm in the basement, My mom gone. You know what I mean? So she got all day right here with my clothes off like this. You feel me? It wasn't never a quick process. You know what I mean? I always remember, damn, I wish this hurry up and be over.
What age did this start?
I want to say I was like 9 or something.
9?
Like
When did you
9.
start to get a little more height, or were you always like a tall kid?
I was always the tallest in my class.
Okay, so you was always like the tall kid.
Always.
Probably tall, lanky type deal.
Yeah.
Did your sisters, did you observe them like dealing with any other guys and stuff like that?
Yeah, but not often.
Because you're a, what I would call fair-skinned guy with light eyes and everything else. Do your sisters have a similar?
I was always running away, and I was always at somebody else's house. You know what I mean?
So you was always trying to be gone, basically.
I was always trying to be gone. So the time that I was there from like 4 years old, from when I left Atlanta with my aunt to go back to my mom, when I left at 4 years old, I was still like kind of just like bouncing around from house to house. People would still come over and like pick me up and stuff. Like I remember like it was the best days of my life to leave home. You feel me? And so when I was home, I didn't really experience like any relationships that my sisters had with another nigga. You feel me? But it was a few boyfriends that I met.
Did you think that they were like your girlfriend type deal, or did they treat
I knew
you
they
like
was my sister.
Right? But so did they treat you like a boyfriend, or did they treated you like a little brother that they were basically doing that too? And were both of the sisters doing it, or just the older one?
Just the one in the middle.
Okay, so just the one in the middle. Gotcha.
That's right. The oldest one was my favorite sister at the time, who later on in life I found out was kind of snaky herself, but it wasn't it wasn't her fault. It was my mama's fault. My mama was abusing her too. You know what I mean?
And were you the only boy?
I'm the only boy. Yeah, the baby.
Oof. Okay. So that gives a lot more insight into this energy that I feel from you sometimes. You know what I'm saying? When that was happening, did you tell anybody that was happening?
No, I was scared. I tried to tell my mama. I tried to tell my mama.
Even though she was doing it to you too?
It started, I want to say it started off with my sister.
Right.
And then I went on to my mom, and then later on in life, my mom started doing the same shit.
How old were you when your mom started doing it to you?
I want to say I was about 10. I was about 9 or 10.
Wow. And so were any of those the reasons why defects got involved?
No, my mom, she used to come up with like little lies and say how she wasn't able to handle me as a child. I was a bad boy and stuff like that. And so
so she called defects.
And so the second time she called defects, because they had let me back home with her.
When you look back on this stuff as an adult, what are your thoughts?
I'm glad I'm an adult now. I'm glad I don't have to sit through that as a child.
Is your mom still living?
Unwillingly. Yeah, but she keep smoking that crack like she finna die soon.
And what about your sister, the one that was doing that? Is she still living? Is she still around?
Yeah, but I think she moved to Colorado or some shit, and yeah, I mean, I don't know where them niggas at. Like,
if either one of them were to happen to come across this video on YouTube, is there any parts of this that they would refute?
I don't know, but they can all suck my dick, bro. Excuse me. You feel me? I'm sorry.
No, I feel you, because I mean, if that's what they did to you, and you have never been able to process,
they'll refute that. Of course.
Well, some people over time will acknowledge their sins. They'll acknowledge what they did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't need them to, cause
I mean, this is 20 years ago.
Jaden. What?
So what effect do you think that those incidences and those experiences, what effect do you think that's had on you?
It made me hate women. I don't like women. I don't trust women. I don't want nobody around my kids. I don't want my kids spending the night at nobody mama house. You know what I mean? Nobody daddy house. I don't trust adults. I think everybody is suspect and capable of anything.
I can imagine. I mean,
yeah,
how long did this go on for?
I don't care how many kids you got. You could still be abusive.
Did this go on until you left at 11, or did it go on beyond that?
It went on beyond until, well, with my family, it stopped when I got in foster care.
Okay, and then what happened after that?
And then once in foster care, some of my foster parents tried me. And he didn't get through, but he's a well-known person. He does gospel music. He's been on TBN 5 or 6 times.
Here in Atlanta?
No, this in Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio. Okay. So this was a guy this time?
Yeah.
He tried to.
It's a gay couple, and I didn't know they was gay. I always took up for them, but I didn't know they was gay until later on in life. Jaden.
They live with each other, like his husband and husband?
Yeah, at one point in time they did, but then I guess they broke up now. One of them is across seas doing music, and he's
right, but I'm just saying, just thinking about what your perspective was when you was younger. They was living together. What did you think they were like?
I thought they was brothers. They was saying they was like brothers, like
so they didn't tell you that
they grew up with each other. They was best friends. You feel me?
Okay.
They was portraying to be just best friends type situation. They had separate rooms. They wasn't sleeping in the same bed.
And when the person who tried you, what did he do? Like, and how long was you there before he tried you?
Because I had just lost my virginity at 13, so he kind of suspected for me to be having sex.
Okay.
And it was in his house, and so he kind of pressed himself on me like, "Shoot, you having sex? I didn't know that." And, you know, what all do you be doing, and like, what kind of stuff do you like? That's how he was coming at me. You know what I mean? And just asking me all kind of little funny ass questions.
Did he like try to touch or do anything like that?
Nah, cause at this point in time, I'm 13 now. You know what I mean?
Right.
So now I'm like, shit, nah, like, ain't none of that. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, man. Like, yeah, even from our first interview, which, you know, I thought our first interview was pretty good. You know, we obviously didn't get deep enough. You know what I'm saying? And so, because that's a lot. And now I have a much, like I say, better understanding of just your energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The reason why you kind of pop off sometimes or seem to be upset. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Because it sounds like none of this stuff has ever been resolved. Like, have you ever been able to have a conversation with either your sister or your mom and say, hey, this is how this made me feel back then or whatever?
Yeah, my sister said it was a family curse. And my mom, she not going with it. She's still denying what she did. She's not taking responsibility. But my sister, at one point in time, I spoke to my sister. She blames it on the family curse. But that was all. And I kind of, you know, I'm quick to forgive and move on, especially when it comes to my families. But my mom, she just don't want to talk about it. She don't want to go through it.
She don't want to address it. She don't want to acknowledge it.
Nah, she want to deny it. She want to put it all on me, like it's me and not her. You know what I mean?
Would she say that you were like the aggressor in those situations?
Hell no, she better not. No, they're no 10 years old.
Okay, I know that's right.
Hell no.
Okay, man. So, recently there was a man went viral here in Atlanta a few weeks back for getting like over 1,000 women in his messages once he put out there that he was homeless. So apparently over 1,000 women messaged him and was, you know, looking to, I guess, give him some housing or whatever, right? And he had a kind of similar look to you, you know what I'm saying? Like he had the light eyes and everything else. Have you had those experiences like out here, like basically just women like kind of offering you housing basically for dick?
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell
Okay,
no.
so you haven't had that?
Mm-mm.
Okay, yeah, I wonder what was
don't come over here with that shit.
Don't come over here.
No, don't do that.
You ain't gonna be
Not for
feeling
no
it?
dick. That's the problem. Me and my girl twins mom had. All she wanted to do is be with me and you feel me. She worried about instead of me being a part of my kids' lives. Don't come over here with that.
Okay, so y'all heard him.
Yeah, I'm straight. I'm good.
All right, man. Well, look, we really appreciate you taking the time, answering all of our questions, allowing us to go a little deeper. I appreciate that. All right, so anyway, listen, man, we really appreciate you. If anybody wanted to reach out, help, or donate, which they see these two babies right here. They see you got both arms. You got both arms full, my boy. Sure. If anybody did want to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way they can do that? Social media, Cash App, anything like that?
atvvaun, Cash App, YouTube, TikTok.
The Cash App is $ is just atvvaun. Okay, VAUN, right?
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, listen, we really appreciate you as always. Definitely wish you nothing but the best out here.
Hey,
all right?
man, I appreciate you. Just being a strong black man and coming out here in the streets of Atlanta and doing something different than another motherfucker, man. Thank you for making us black men look good out here, brother.
Listen, man, I appreciate you, man, always. So definitely have a good one. Take care of these babies, all right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Bless you.
Yes, sir.